Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online. I'm the Big B82 and this is part 32 of my Discovery Era Science Officer. We're about to undertake our first mission in the Lost Dominion arc, which is another side quest mission where we're going to head to Deep Space Nine to attend a conference that's been called to talk about the Borg threat. Now, because it's a side quest mission, as with Spectres and Wasteland, we have to go and speak with Admiral Quinn to pick up the mission. Now, the reason why I'm in deep space, or in the map mode, is because I have to trigger it somehow, I believe, and I don't want to be anywhere near DS9 to trigger it off. They have to fly away, to fly back to it. It won't take long to get to Deep Space Nine, it's only over here. Anyway, so let's speak with Admiral Quinn. So, Admiral Quinn. Where is he? There he is. Lost a bit.
We're holding a conference at Deep Space Nine to discuss a unified effort against the Borg. I'm particularly interested in getting the Dominion involved. Next time you pass through DS9, see if you can schedule time for the conference.
Let's accept. Let's visit Deep Space Nine. Now this is the old Deep Space Nine we're going to be visiting. That's why I'm a bit wanting to do it, but let's crack out my cheesy captain's log and then we'll get this show on the road, hopefully when we reach there. So captain's log, Stardate 86416.01. I have been asked to attend a summit about the Borg on DS9. While at DS9 the Galileo will receive some much needed maintenance. End of log. Quicker, shall we? Quantum slipstream, gotta love it. Time issue, second wave.
By now, you've faced the Borg. The collective is appearing with more frequency in the Alpha Quadrant now, and Defera is facing repeated attacks. We've been able to push them back so far, but we can't do it forever, not without help. Starfleet has convinced representatives from the Klingon Empire, the Cardassians, and the Deferi to meet on Deep Space Nine. We want you to be there as well.
Oh, accept. Okay. So, let's begin. Second wave. In the old DS9. DS9 of a new ship. Well, old ship. Well, but this is the last outing of this ship anyway. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I know you're here for a conference, but Commander Andrews would like to see you in ops as soon as you have time. Enjoy your stay, sir. No, this is the old layout. I believe it all still works. It's amazing how it all still works. Well, we have no time to sightsee. Let's go. Let's speak with Commander Andrews. Much more bigger ops than it is on here's Karen Andrews.
Welcome to DS9. I'm Commander Karen Andrews, Captain Carlin's first officer. He asked me to inform you that he's been delayed dealing with an incident in Cargo Bay 3.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to begin the conference until Captain Carlin is available. I wonder, would you be willing to track down the other attendees and inform them of the delay? I can send a junior officer, but I thought this way you'd get a chance to meet the delegates before formal talks begin. Every little bit of connection or information helps in a diplomatic situation. So let's return to the promenade. Now we have two little side quests here with delegates. We've got Garrick, who's originally was he was a different character anyway. He's replaced the original ambassador. And when we do get to the cutscene, you will hear the original voice guy, original voice over, as well as Andrew Robinson's voice, who plays Garrick. So let's speak with Garrick.
I'm looking forward to the conference. I'm sure the discussion on the Borg will be enlightening. Your government's position will be of particular interest to me. Clearly, the Borg are a major threat to the Quadrant. However, Cardassia's ability to assist in any action against them will be somewhat limited. If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War. We still maintain a small force, but for planetary defense only. Any Cardassian military vessels you may have seen were undoubtedly stolen by the so-called True Way. Regrettably, Starfleet has yet to put a stop to their campaign of terror, though I'm sure they're giving it their best effort.
A hint of sarcasm there, Garrick. Captain Curlin has been unavoidably detained. We will delay the start of the conference until he's ready.
I'm reminded of an associate of mine, Gul Mavek. He was stationed here during the Dominion occupation. During his time here, he developed a fondness for Bajoran distilled Kanar. Apparently, during the Cardassian occupation, the soldiers wanted their favorite libation, but there was not enough Kanar in the shipments from home. So these resourceful young officers conscripted a group of Bajorans, mostly from the religious houses, to distill Kanar for them. The Kanar from Bajor has a different color and flavor from Cardassian vintages. Purists frown on it, of course, but many Cardassians developed quite a taste for it while they were here. Needless to say, it is impossible to find it on Cardassian Prime. I was hoping to acquire some for Mavek before returning home, but I'm afraid the conference is demanding my attention. Perhaps you could be of assistance?
We are going to be of assistance, so I'll see what I can do. Then Garrick, the Cardassian representative to the Borg talks at DS9, wants a bottle of Bajoran distilled Kanar. The vintage is rare, not normally available in stores. You may need to speak to multiple people on DS9 to find it. Now, last time I've done this, I've been lucky, and the first person I speak to, I can normally get it, which is this guy here, which is Pag. Do you have any Bajoran distilled Kanar? Bajoran distilled Kanar? That's very hard to find, and those who prize it are even more rare. Given enough time, I'm confident I could find you some, but I don't have any currently. If you want me to contact my suppliers, please let me know. Thank you. I'll look elsewhere. So we can ask Paylor. I don't know who Paylor is. Let's go and ask. There is the other ambassador in here, but we're not going to speak to him. I'm going to speak with Hadrian. No, I guess I've got to speak to Quark.
What can I get for you?
Do you carry Bajoran distilled Kanar?
Kanar. Ugh. Can't stand the stuff. The profit margins are terrible. This is for Garrick, isn't it? Thought I saw him lurking around. Well, he's out of luck. I haven't kept any Kanar in stock since he went back to Cardassian. No one else drinks it here. Don't suppose I could interest you in some prune juice?
No thanks. I'll look elsewhere. Okay. So there's only 2 more people that could possibly have it. There's Andrews, who's up in ops, and of course Paylor here.
May the prophets bless you.
Do you know any Bajorans involved in distilling Kanar during the occupation?
Peace be with you.
Unfortunately, yes. I have met some who are our revered elders, monks and Vedics who were forced to work in the distilleries during the occupation. Working in the distilleries is long and difficult, just like in the mines or the iridium refinery that was once on this station. Food and medicine was scarce and work was dangerous and never ending, and the Cardassians were less than kind to the workers. Cardassians forced some monks and Vedics to work at the Kanar distilleries until they wanted to break them and break the Bajorans in turn. Men like Gul Dukat realised that our faith sustains us through difficulty. They wanted Bajorans to see men and women who are dedicated their lives to the prophets trolling to serve the Cardassians instead. And even worse, these brave souls were forced to make Kanar a useless product that only served to give their slave masters pleasure. One of our blessed elders donated a few bottles of Kanar to an exhibit of artifacts on occupation so they would never forget the horrors. Those bottles bring up very dark memories. If some good would come of it, I'll gladly give one of them to you. In truth to be told, I don't think such a terrible thing belongs in this sacred place. Thank you for your help. So, it was distilled in basically slavery, but we need to get him on our side, so we're going to give it to him.
I'm looking forward to the conference. If you will recall, we dismantled our military after the Dominion War.
I was able
we
to
still
find
maintain a
Kanar,
small
please accept
force.
his gift.
Impressive. Authentic Bajoran Kanar is hard to come by, even here. You're quite a resourceful individual. Thank you for your assistance. If at some point I can assist you in return, all you need to do is ask.
Okay, so that's one down. Now let's go and speak with. We're going to speak with Sarah, and we'll go and speak with Ambassador Strask, and let's speak with Strask and Captain Shaw. Captain Shaw, the USS Belfast.
You kept your head in that tricky situation in the Iconia system. Good to have people like you on our side.
What?
And I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg in battle. We have a perspective the rest of these full-time diplomats don't.
Captain Curtin is dealing with a problem in the cargo bays. The start of the conference will be delayed.
I hope the problem's not too serious. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to get some assistance from DS9 to deal with some issues on my ship. We've been on deep space patrols for more than a month, and this is the first chance we've had to get back to a real starbase. My ship needs repairs, and I'm running out of spit and wishes to hold her together.
Good luck. I hope you find some help. That's foreshadowing, by the way. There used to be missions here that were DOF missions, but they've done away with them. So let's go and speak with Strask, who is the Klingon ambassador. Strask is a very, very short-tempered goon, and I don't think we've met him yet. This was the first chronological meeting with him, but we'll see him again soon. There is Strask over here in the what used to be the bank.
Ah, I was informed you would be here. Have you come with another friendly reminder from Commander Andrews? Feel free to report back to her and let her know that I haven't eaten the furniture or scared away the Dabo players. Not yet, anyway.
Commander Andrews wanted you to know that the start of the conference has been delayed.
That is troubling. My ship is waiting to return to Kronos as soon as these talks are completed. I have no wish to linger here any longer than is necessary.
Okay, so the last person we need to speak to is Ambassador Sarah. Ambassador Sarah is the fairy, and the fairy, well, they like to talk about balance shit. Everything has to be in balance. It's like, oh, balance this, balance that, blah, fucking blah. They can get a bit annoying. He has a side quest for us as well. He wants to use the holodeck. So let's speak with him.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Deferi. Until recently, my people isolated ourselves from the rest of the galaxy in an attempt to remain neutral. We seek balance in all things, and therefore choose not to take sides in conflicts that do not concern us. The Borg, however, threaten everyone. My own world has been scarred by the Collective. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about how we can deal with the Borg when the conference convenes.
Captain Cullen has a situation he must deal with immediately. I'm sorry to tell you that the start of the conference has been delayed.
I understand. I must find something to do with my free time. I had been hoping to spend some time in one of the holosuites here. Several people have recommended them, and there is an historical holoprogram, the Matara Nebula, that I have been eager to play. Could you help me gain access to a holosuite? An hour or two would be more than sufficient.
Let me see what I can do. There should be a way to get a reservation for you. Okay. So, we need to speak with Quok. Used to be Hadron over there.
What can I get for you?
I need to reserve a holosuite for the Deferi ambassador.
Sorry, I can't help you there. All of the holosuites are booked solid for the next week. I almost have more business than I can handle. Almost. Might be time to expand. Been thinking about a franchise operation for some time now. A Quarks in every sector, Quarks in every quadrant. The only way you're going to get a reservation for today is by traveling back in time 3 months and making one there. That was a joke, by the way. You and I both know that the Federation gets pretty cranky about someone violating the Temporal Prime Directive.
If I'll find someone willing to give up the reservation.
I don't have any problem with that, as long as it doesn't make any problems for me. Understand? You bring Chief Rowe curling in here asking about someone shaking people down for holosuite reservations, I won't hesitate to point out any suspicious characters I know.
Right, so we need to speak with some patrons and try and get their... Heck. Do you know this place sells the real deal? You can get Sapphire if you want, but this stuff is great. Hey, you're just my type. Doing anything later? Do you have a reservation in the holosuite for today? Aggressive, aren't you? That's good, I like that. And I do have a holosuite reserve. I already chosen a program. I'm sure we can change it to something that's more fun for two. Would you like to get a drink and dinner beforehand, or should I just meet you here? I like to acquire a reservation. I don't want to share. Oh, that's a shame. I thought you really had something. Reservations isn't for sale. However, if you change your mind, I might consider letting you join me. Then again, maybe not. You Starfleet types aren't much fun. Go away. I don't want any company, especially yours. Do you have a holosuite reservation for today? Who wants to know? I need a reservation. Interested in selling yours? No. Why are you still here? Go away. Hey there. May I interest you in some self-sealing stem bolts? Do you have a reservation in the holosuite? I do. I'm going to use the holosuite to help demonstrate all the wonders of quality self-stealing stem bolts to a very important potential customer. Believe, between you and me, those things are harder to move than you might think. I need a reservation. Interested in making the deal? I need to sell my entire inventory, or my profits this month will be way off projections. That's why I reserved the holosuite. I need to make a great impression on this new customer. But if you brought all of my stem bolts, then I could cancel my meeting and catch the next shuttle out of here. Do we have a deal? I don't need that many stem bolts, but I might be able to arrange a buyer for you. Deal. I'll be here until my meeting starts. If you find a buyer for my self-stealing stem bolts before then, I'll give you my holosuite reservation. Now, we need to find someone to buy Zar's stem bolts. Now, I can go straight to the person who will buy them.
Sorry to trouble you again, but Captain Curlin is wrapping up the problem in the cargo bay, and we will be able to begin the talks very soon. I've notified the other attendees, but our opening speaker isn't responding to hails. Could you please track him down for me? Admiral Zavglach Trem mentioned wanting someplace quiet. You might try the upper promenade or the temple.
So we need to ask to read the basic sellers. So, merchant here. How can I help you? Do you have any interest in a bulk purchase of self-stealing stem bolts? I don't even know what a self-stealing stem bolt is. Are they used in agriculture? Do you need something? I need a buyer for self-stealing stem bolts. Interested? Okay. And our last chance at potential buyer is Captain Sean. Now remember, Captain Sean was saying that he needed parts for the Belfast, but they couldn't get them. This might be able to help him out.
You kept your head in that tricky situation, and I'm glad there's someone else here who's faced the Borg in battle. We have a perspective the rest of these full-time diplomats don't.
Do you need a large quantity of self-stealing stem bolts?
How many do you have? My chief engineer has been looking for stem bolts for weeks. He wants to do some upgrades to the Belfast, and the Defiant class has always been a little touchy. Sometimes it's best to use what works, even if the technology's a little out of date. We've made inquiries with several traders, but everyone we talked to dumped their inventories after the speculation bubble burst. Some Ferengi out there made a small fortune a few months ago cornering the stem bolt market, but now that supply is gone. I was hoping to find some here, but so far I haven't had the chance. If you know of a source, my crew could make the upgrades we need without having to find an industrial replicator.
So there is Zar's buyer, Captain Sean of the USS Belfast. And yes, it's a Defiant class. The conference speaker, the Admiral, is located in there. I'm going to change to my dress uniform. Okay, let's go speak with Art. Did you find a buyer for my stem bolts? Yes, a ship captain wants to acquire your entire stock. That's fantastic news. I'll have the stem bolts sent over to his ship immediately. If I catch the next shuttle, I'll be home in time for my daughter's birthday. I'll tell Hadron that my Holosuite reservation is yours. Thanks again. Says return to Hadron, but actually it's returned to Quark.
What can I get for you?
Zara's willing to give me a Holosuite. Give me a Holosuite reservation.
Good for you. There is the small matter of the reservation transfer fee, however.
What reservation transfer fee?
There is a minor fee associated with transferring a Holosuite reservation. It's just enough to cover my administrative costs. 10,000 gold press Latinum, payable immediately.
Now, if you have 10,000, you can give him, and then you'll give him you'll get an achievement for not being able to haggle him down. But what? That's outrageous.
I can see you're a tough negotiator, and you do have a paid reservation. I'll make you a deal to speed things up, so you can go save Captain Proton, or whatever it is you need the Holosuite for. 2,000 gold press Latinum. I'm losing money here, but I'll do it for you.
Are you insane?
You're killing me. All right. I'll give you the friends and family discount, but you owe me one, and I have every intention of collecting. 100 gold press Latinum. Final offer. I suggest you take it.
100 gold press Latinum sounds reasonable. Here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you. Enjoy yourself. Drop by any time you're on DS9.
Greetings. My name is Sarah, and I speak for the Defera.
I was able to get
Until
your
recently. Wonderful. Most of the holotechnology on Defera is used for training or utilitarian purposes, so I don't have many chances to use a holosuite for entertainment. Thank you for your assistance. I hope you didn't go through too much trouble on my account.
No. Okay. So now we all have both Garrick and Sarah on our side when we do the conference. Helpful. Yeah. Now, let's head into the temple to go and speak with the Admiral. Admiral Zakrak Tem.
My apologies, both to you and Commander Andrews. It's not often that I get some time to myself these days. Captain Kurland offered me the use of his office, but I came here instead for some peace and quiet. Peace. It's in far too short of supply these days. I've been in Starfleet for a long time. I've seen more battles than I care to remember. But this one, there's no reasoning with the Borg. There's no chance for a non-violent solution. I only hope that we can unite before they come for us. No one is safe.
Okay, so now we're going to take a turbo lift to the conference. I'll still be donning my proper uniform, so let's take a turbo lift to the conference room. And let's begin the conference. Now, again, as I say, it's a different. There's two different voices for Garrick. You got the Garrick, Andrew Robinson, and the original voice actor. So.
Welcome, everyone. I'm so pleased that you all agreed to join us here today. As many of you are all too aware, the Borg attacks are increasing. If they are left unchecked, Starfleet predicts that the entire Alpha Quadrant could fall within 3 years. We all must work together to push these invaders out of our space and protect our homes and families.
I do not agree. My empire will stand, with or without your assistance. The Klingon Empire has never been stronger than it is right now. I dare the Borg to challenge us. Starfleet may cower in fear before a bunch of machines, but we do not.
If the Borg assimilate everyone in the quadrant,
from the Klingon
the might
Empire meant
of the
to
Klingon
say is that
Empire will
he hopes we are
pale
all
in
so crippled
comparison
by
to
our
that
efforts
of the
to stop the Borg, we will be no match for a battle-hardened Klingon fleet. I do not want to be assimilated, but I don't want to be a servant to the Klingon Empire either.
Respect a fool.
The Deferi believe that all things must be in balance. We cannot counter the Borg threat if we ourselves are counter to one another. The Deferi do not wish to act against any of you. Therefore, should this meeting not reach a consensus, our best course of action is to not act at all.
Starfleet will do what it must to protect the Federation. However, if you want our assistance, you need to be willing to protect yourselves and contribute to this campaign. The Borg will be stronger if any of your civilizations are assimilated. Starfleet's hard at work developing new technology and tactics. We, at least, will be ready. And if we can't cooperate, I hope you don't suffer. And that we develop new weapons in time.
This is getting us nowhere. We came together in the spirit of cooperation. We need to find common ground.
Right.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
So let's speak with Ambassador Strask first. Ambassador Strask, the Klingon Empire would be foolish to ignore this fight.
Be careful. You are dangerously close to insulting the honor of the Klingon Empire.
Now, because we've got high enough diplomacy, we can just get them straight on board now, but I'm going to do this as if you haven't bothered with the duty officer system. So, you talk about honor. Doesn't your honor require you to fight with all your strength against an enemy like the Borg?
Do not presume to know what our honor demands. The Empire's pursuit of honor does not mean we are compelled to fight other people's battles.
Is it honorable to hold back your full strength in a fight?
Full strength? Ha! The might of the Klingon Empire can stand against the entire galaxy. Let them come.
As an empire, you are strong, but is the quadrant strong without you? The Borg will take no sides. They oppose everyone.
What does the Empire gain by fighting at your side? We do not need to be hamstrung by your weakness, or to put your needs above our own.
Our needs are shared. If a single planet falls to the Borg, it will make them stronger.
Ha! Starfleet won't survive without our assistance. It is good, then, that we see the merit in fighting at your side in this instance. It would not be honorable for us to reserve our strength while others go out to fight. That is a trick worthy of a Romulan.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Ambassador Sky, which is Chancellor Garrick, Cardassia will be weakened if your government does not participate in this accord.
Cardassia Prime is still rebuilding from the Dominion War. We've achieved a great deal, but there is still much more to do. The continued threat of the true way makes progress difficult. Simply put, Draining Cardassia's limited resources to fight the Borg will be a hard sell to the Detapa Council.
So this is good. We don't actually have the diplomacy to convince Garrick to come to our side. So we have to go down the non-diplomacy thing, which is, what about your people? What will happen to them if the Borg invade Cardassia Prime?
We will protect our home world until the very end. Never think otherwise. Believe me, we understand the threat of the Borg. We just don't have the resources of the Federation or the Klingons. Even the Republic is in a better state in that regard. Defending Cardassia is not only our first option, it is our only viable option.
And mission complete. Excuse me, Garrick. Without the help of the Cardassians, we will be looking for new homes, and even those will not safe from the Borg.
There is a certain wisdom in forming a unified force here. And Cardassia has other assets to lend to the effort besides brute force. Intelligence gathering, for example. Now, I just need to convince the Detapa Council, which is far easier said than done. I might have better luck fighting a Borg cube by myself.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
So, Ambassador Sarah, balance can be preserved with the help of the Deferi.
Maintaining balance with all things must be our primary concern.
So again, we can do diplomacy, but we're going to do it non-diplomacy, which is, this isn't about balance. This is about stopping the Borg before they assimilate our worlds.
My world is one of those at risk, but I cannot reject balance, even to save my home and people. The universe uses conflict to restore the balance when we move too far out of equilibrium. The Borg advance, as painful as it may be, is simply another adjustment.
The Borg do not seek balance. Instead of incorporating a person into their collective, they dominate, wiping away any trace of who the person once was. This furthers the imbalance.
It is one thing to choose to swim upstream against the current. It is quite another to drain the river because it is flowing in the wrong direction. The Borg do not respect the balance. We will offer what support we can to your fight.
Now, did you have something you wanted to add to this discussion?
Captain Sean, the Federation cannot afford to give the Borg a foothold in the Alpha Quadrant.
Starfleet will do everything we can to protect the Federation and its allies. However, there are too many drains on our resources and a limited number of ships and officers. It may be simply unfeasible for us to sign on to be the protector of the entire Alpha Quadrant. Besides, we need to consider the Prime Directive. There are limits to what we can do.
I thought mutual protection was one of the tenets in which the Federation was founded.
Under dire circumstances, Starfleet may be forced to pull back from protecting all life to a position where we can defend only the core worlds. I hope it doesn't come to that. If it does, however, the needs of the many must outweigh the needs of the few.
The Borg are a bigger threat than any one of us can handle on our own. We need to work together.
Starfleet recognizes the Borg threaten all life in the Alpha Quadrant. We've lost too much already. We cannot lose any more. Eventually, we'll all need to put our differences aside and unite in opposition to the Borg or anyone else who sows chaos and destruction. We'll put an end to this together.
Let's take a quick recess to cool off. And that's funny, I don't remember anyone being scheduled to fly through the wormhole today.
There's something coming out of the wormhole. Captain! It's a Dominion fleet! They're charging weapons! Red alert!
Boarding the station. Get the delegates out of here.
We have to get out of here!
It is time to leave.
I agree.
Evac Protocol Alpha. Andrews, get everyone to shuttles. Prep the Defiant for launch. Blast it! The Jem'Hadar have cut off access to ops. Karen, you'll need to coordinate the evacuation. We'll get the delegates to the docking ring, and then I'll try to join you in ops.
Right, so let's get out of here. Change to the promenade. No, we won't have time to change our uniform. Now we need to kill security officers because we're a science officer. Come on, guys. Can't do the engineering, I can't do the armed diplomats because I'm not a tactical officer. I love that power now. Captain, we need to get you back to the we need you back on the ship. Go on, hold position here as long as we can, but the Jem'Hadar fleet is approaching the station. Okay. Otherwise you cover your eyes because we're gonna fire off a lot. Come on, come on. Fuck, I always lose the fucking Pandora.
Captain Kurland, good to know that you and the delegates are safe. Jem'Hadar have stormed the station and we're losing critical areas. The Defiant has launched and I've evacuated everyone possible, but a few of us stayed to...
Andrews? Andrews! Someone, answer me! What's going on?
Captain, my name is Loris, and I represent the Dominion. This station, and all remaining souls on it, are now under our control.
Captain, there's nothing more we can do but see our guests to safety. I have been in contact with Starfleet and they would like us to report to base your planning for a counter-offensive on the way, but for today the assassination belongs to Jem'Hadar and so. And with that, we will regroup, recover and retake what is ours. The fleet is retreating to Bajor to protect the planet in case the Jem'Hadar decide to push their advantage. Captain Kurland is in contact with Starfleet Command and will be rerouting all available ships to this region. We did defeat them once, and we could do so again. Okay. We need to counterattack and retake Deep Space Nine.
Of course we do. However, that is not a simple matter. Starfleet is routing all available ships here, and the Federation Council is contacting the Klingon Chancellor as well. We are also sending messages to the Gamma Quadrant in an attempt to open a dialogue with the Dominion. But we are fighting a war on multiple fronts. We have to consider the Borg, the Undine, and the Romulans, as well as the Klingons. It will take time to marshal our resources and plan a counterattack. You and your ship will be part of that plan. Until we are prepared, though, we need to do whatever we can to contain the Jem'Hadar fleet at DS9 and protect Bajor. Losing DS9 is bad enough. Losing a Federation world would be unthinkable.
Okay, and with that, that is the end of part 32. When we return in part 33, we'll be doing the mission there, which is of Bajor. I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe, comment, welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 33 of Bajor. Until then, ciao for now.